This week, we watched Dead Silence, a 2007 supernatural horror movie directed by James Wan and written by Leigh Whannell. Stephanie, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time you watched this movie.
Yeah, you're correct.
Oh, okay. I need to know. What were your thoughts? First reaction.
I didn't go in expecting much, to be honest, because there are certain movies that have like a stylistic choice and from like certain years that I'm like, okay, here we are again. But I was pleasantly surprised. I really like this movie, actually.
Oh, okay.
I have questions, too, so.
There's a lot of more questions than answers, I feel, with this movie that we'll definitely dig into. But my first kind of question for you, did you know that it was directed by James Wan and written by Leigh Whannell? Were you surprised to find that out?
Once I was like going through our notes to add like my stuff in, I saw that you mentioned him and like that he directed Saw, and I was like, now seeing the ending of both of those movies, I think it makes sense to me.
You know, he came up with the Conjuring franchise and all that stuff. That this seems kind of like the child he wants to bury a little bit. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get into it, but he was not happy with this movie, does not like it at all.
Oh, no. I really liked it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a vibe. I liked it.
Yeah, if you watch Saw and watch this movie, because it came right off the heels of Saw.
I guess it makes sense with the puppets. Yeah, okay.
The puppets, but also like tone, style, editing. Right. The montage at the end, like Saw does. So when you find out everything, the big twist, how it's all edited together with that montage and Charlie Clouser's music. I mean, the theme song sounds very similar to the Saw theme, in my opinion. Okay. So it's like, it almost belongs in the Saw universe. But it's,
as far as you're concerned?
As far as I'm concerned, it's in the Saw world, just not connected by story. With the plot, did you see any of the twists coming? Especially with the father. We find out at the end, this man has been deceased the entire time.
Well, leading up to that, I was like, wait, like, because he goes to the mortician's house and he has been killed and the wife is like inconsolable and she said that his dad took the doll. And I was like, wait, is this an elaborate ruse including ghosts and puppets by the dad to kill his kid's wife so he'd marry his stepmom?
Like his son marry the stepmom?
Yeah, and because like she was into him and it almost, I thought they were like an arranged marriage kind of thing, like I'll give her to you once you're ready kind of thing. And then a few minutes later I was like, well, actually no.
It's even more convoluted, I feel, than that.
Right. So no, I didn't see the twist that she was actually possessed by Mary Shaw. I did get the inkling that she liked him because she seemed like overly concerned with him leaving. When he comes, she gives him a big hug and everything. So I thought that maybe something was at play there with wanting to set them up or something.
Okay.
But apparently not a ghost possession. Didn't think possible.
No. But what's interesting and something that I don't even quite understand is this lady who is the stepmom. She is that perfect doll that we keep hearing about throughout the movie. Was she ever human or is she a doll to begin with?
Right. Honestly, too, I thought Billy was the perfect doll because like when we see the drawings and everything, the whole time I thought Billy was always the reference to the perfect doll because he's sort of like her right hand in this. I didn't even really consider the stepmom being the perfect doll. But when she does say, like, I needed pieces already in existence, I did take that she was killing people to make her dolls more lifelike.
Right. It's weird because you find that out at the end. And it took me several times watching it and Googling it to find out that she is the perfect doll we're talking about. But because also it does show you at the end, you keep seeing this damn
page.
And it's her face. I'm like, wait, she's a doll?
Yeah.
Was she human to begin with? We know nothing about this lady. Okay. I always just assumed she was possessed by Mary Shaw.
Yeah, I thought she was just a person possessed. I guess she's a doll.
We're going to go to the trusty Wikipedia. He learns much to his horror that his father is actually dead. The current Edward he has been interacting with the whole time is a doll converted from his corpse. His voice has been produced by Ella, the perfect doll that Mary created before her death.
Oh.
That's a lady. That is a living lady.
That is just a regular woman. like there is that mortician's request, or not the mortician's request, the request that the mortician talks about when he gets into the story of Mary Shaw, that she requested to be buried with all of her dolls and then made into a doll herself. So maybe that made it easier for her to inhabit this life-size doll when the time came.
Yeah, but she also possesses all of her dolls. She looked a little too real, so
yeah. Yeah.
Good on her for being able to basically create a human life, or like a vessel, an avatar, if you will.
Yeah. And but aside from that, though, I don't think morticians take that kind of request.
This one does. And in the town of Ravens Fair, anything goes, apparently. Because I mean, they're all about the dolls, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Everyone knows all about Mary Shaw.
That's why I had issues with the beginning too, because I was like, oh no, here we go again, because it has like that tone, like everything's kind of dreary, and it just seemed unrealistic at first. Like when they received the doll, he's like, here's this unmarked package with the doll. Guess we're keeping that. I would be like, oh, that's a mistake.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Let's put that back outside.
Burn it. Burn that bitch right in the fire. Dead.
And then Lisa's into it. She's like using it and like, let's scare Jamie. It'll be funny. And I was like, no.
What's absolutely crazy to me is she even mentions, oh, this reminds me of that nursery rhyme or urban legend about Mary Shaw.
Oh my God, this reminds me of that poem from when we were kids.
What poem?
That old ghost story about the woman who had all those dolls. Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. Something scary.
If you know that this lady is a thing or exists in your world, and you get a doll sent to you unmarked, and don't put the two, like maybe just maybe, this is actually Mary Shaw.
Right.
What do you do, Lisa?
And then when Jamie tells the detective, like, the dolls are a bad omen in my town, I was like, then why did you keep it? Like, you're completely ignoring your history.
I know. I think you put a note in here about why was he just carrying it around? Did you, or did I make that up?
Yeah, I did. Buddy road trip with the murder doll. Keep that thing in the trunk.
Put that thing back where it came from. Oh, so help me.
And the doll is in the movie evidence. They say this doll's evidence, and they don't take it away. Like, that's not how that works.
Right. I was surprised that the police even released Lisa's body to have it buried. So I was like, and now he's going to go out of town? Like, they tell you not to leave town, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, just everything that you shouldn't do, this man does. I mean, he didn't do it, so like he's innocent. So he's like, I'm going to solve it. I'm going to leave town. I'm going to go like question all these people. Bro, you just look so suspicious, and I don't even blame them almost for I mean, of course, number one suspect, right? Like he found her. I mean, he did.
That's like a natural suspect in almost every sort of case. They always question the people that are closest. Also, I was confused too about why the dolls and Mary Shaw specifically went after Lisa, because we find out that she is pregnant, and that's why she's the last Ashen. I think that's their last name, Ashen. Ashen heir. But I was like, but you're missing Jamie and his dad in between. Like,
right. That's why did it take so long? I mean, Jamie's still alive. Yeah, there's like, they skip people a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think when he first goes to visit the dad, he says something about, well, when he's talking to the stepmother, she says, your father had a stroke 2 months ago or something. Maybe it was really short between the time that he died, time it took him to become a doll.
Right.
And him getting there to kill Lisa, I guess.
Also, this man, the man meaning Jamie's father, the dead guy, he's lived in Ravens Fair this whole time. Like, he's in the epicenter of this whole thing. And like, why did it take so long for Mary Shaw to get him? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong with your read, all the stepmothers were killed by Mary Shaw too, is what I gathered.
Yeah, that's what I've gathered. Maybe because they were also pregnant. Who knows? Like,
that's what I was going to say. Like, were they pregnant as well? Because why would this man, he knows, because he kind of separates himself from Jamie to protect him, right? Why would you get another woman pregnant? Or they just messed up and just killed the stepmoms anyways.
Maybe.
As part of the rules.
Yeah, well, like, he was considerably younger, too, when the other stepmothers were around. I guess it is possible. And obviously, the current stepmom is very young, so.
We don't know how old they are in the movie, but the actress who plays the stepmom and our main character is only 2-year difference. I think she was like 33 when they did this movie, and he was 31 around there, but they're practically the same age.
Right. But I thought it was so funny that the detective called her his mother. And I was like, how did you even know that? You don't know the relation to this man.
She does not look like your mother.
She does not look like his mom, no.
Is this your side piece is what I would have asked, honestly. Right. Is this your side chick? What's going on? So do you think dummies or dolls are scary?
Yeah. Yeah, to an extent. They're not the scariest thing to me, but certain ones, I think, like Slappy and Billy, which I have a question because I think they're very the same. Yeah. If they are the same doll or just a coincidence, or is it just a tie-in to horror? But I think they're both creepy. I find it funny that whenever there is a chance to use dolls, they always incorporate a clown doll as well. That was spooky as shit because I do not like clowns. You know that. Yeah. Yeah, I think certain dolls. Like, I loved baby dolls when I was a kid, but these ones specifically with the very big glassy eyes are very scary to me.
To answer your question about the Goosebumps connection, I think that just Billy and Slappy are just kind of the quintessential view of what a ventriloquist doll looks like. They look very similar.
They are the same because I remember distinctly avoiding watching the Goosebumps movie, like with the Slappy doll in it, because I was like, that's creepy. I'm pretty sure there's a horror movie about that too. And I was like, they're the same thing. Like, in my mind, they were the same.
Yeah, I just think that's just when you think of ventriloquist dummy, that's what you get.
The stereotypical
look.
Because there were similar looking ones to him in Mary Shaw's collection too.
So you mentioned in your notes that you've only really ever seen Annabelle Creation and Megan. So does this like stack up with either of those? I know they're all different ways, especially with Megan. Do you like the depiction of how these dolls are treated?
Yeah, I like the dolls becoming possessed thing. I would have been like, this is hokey if like Billy was his own entity kind of thing. Like, I don't know, somehow she breathed life into him. I guess maybe that would be cool, but like, I don't think Megan is scary because she's just kind of like a robot. She's, Queen Megan. Like,
Queen Megan. Queen icon, the moment.
Yeah. I don't find Annabelle as scary. I guess I just more or less know the lore. So I know what she symbolizes, but I don't find the doll itself creepy.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I think going in, I was expecting the dolls to be more alive. Yeah. Walking around, doing things. But they don't really all that much. It's more just a vessel for Mary Shaw to kind of get around. So I don't know if that would have been better or worse. But I feel like almost a little disappointed that was not the case.
Yeah, well, because when I was saying like that she put some life into, like, she could have theoretically taken the boy that she killed and put him into Billy in a sense, like his spirit. But I don't know if that would have made it more weird or not really. I guess it just depends how it was depicted. But I think this was good. I think it would have been weird to see puppets walking around and being like,
Hi. Creepier or not, hokier, I don't know. Yeah. But I was hoping almost for more of a Slappy situation where he's walking and talking. But honestly, the most we get are eye movements.
And like, the talking.
The jaw, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Speaking of that clown. Oh, that part.
That one was never going to be successful. She should have scrapped that one.
I know. I'm like, lady, you made that evil looking.
That
is
what are we stuff doing? Of nightmares. You were never going to entertain children with that.
Yeah, and I think that's the only one she actually like talks through.
You were the last ashen. The last ashen was inside.
Yeah, I think so. Like, which is funny because I was like, I would assume Billy would be the one she would use because that's really the one she's got out there killing people.
Right. Do you think she just picked one randomly and like, okay, we're going to send that one. That's fine. Meaning Billy.
I think Billy was like second best to the perfect doll. So, and she was kind of preoccupied maintaining the father and keeping up appearances with him.
Oh, okay.
So she couldn't go out there and kill him.
The only reason I ask is when you see towards the end, you see that giant wall of all the dolls in their cases. Billy's like in the middle of 100. It's not like he's
like
doll
number
100.
57 or something.
So she like made him.
True.
She's like, I could do better, but they never actually did better. She just did all these iterations that were worse. She's like, Billy.
Billy. I almost wondered if she had like numbered them, like that's how many times it took to get to the doll she was comfortable with. That is Billy at his final form. Like number 57 was the try. Like,
oh, gotcha. Okay. Perhaps. What's interesting is the doll from Saw makes a little appearance in that scene. You could kind of see him in that room with the dolls. And that doll is also named Billy. So I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I didn't see the Saw doll.
Yeah, it's kind of a blink and miss it moment. But I just find it interesting that why Billy twice? Like now I'm
right.
Like there's so many different names we could choose from. Why Billy? What's the fascination with Billy?
Billy 56 is Saw. I don't know.
Billy 56. What I find interesting is at the beginning they kind of talk about where the word ventriloquism came from and a little bit of the history here.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how old ventriloquism is, like when it started.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. I was just like, oh, okay.
I was looking it up, and I got this from gethistories.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it says the earliest recorded ventriloquist was Eurycles of Athens, who was a master of the art of engastromythia, or belly speaking. This belly speaking or gastromancy was used by Eurycles to convince people that the spirits were speaking through him and that his prophecies should be believed. There was a play called The Wasp that was performed in 422 BCE.
Oh, wow.
That's
way back.
Far back. Yeah. Whenever I think of ventriloquists, I think of like, I don't know, 1800s maybe? Like that's about when that started.
Yeah, I would assume it would have taken place during like, I don't know, burlesque time or something like that. Like when it was very, show heavy.
Yeah. And ventriloquists continued to convince the gullible that they were possessed of spiritual powers well into the Middle Ages.
So they for sure were like, that's a ghost.
No.
That lady has her hand up a doll, that's a ghost.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think dolls necessarily were initially involved. They were just able to talk without their mouths. So as far back as 1757, it is recorded that Austrian Baron de Mengen, who dabbled in the art, was using a doll with a movable jaw in his act, but it wasn't until later that century that we really see professional usage. So it wasn't really till even then.
1757. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't really consider, like, when people can, like, throw their voices, which is essentially what Mary Shaw does a lot in this movie, too.
I didn't realize, like, the background of the paranormal and spiritual with this.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect for this vibe, this movie.
It is. It really is a vibe. I really like that.
Going into Mary Shaw a little bit, what did you think about her as our villain?
I had to give her credit that she thought this through from start to finish. She always had another card up her sleeve because, like burn the doll collection. There's still Billy. Get rid of Billy. I've made your dad a puppet and possessed your stepmom. I also do love a no survivor ending because it's so rare that the bad thing can just keep going. Mm-hmm. So I thought there was definitely going to be, which wouldn't make any sense at all, a point where Jamie would, destroy the dolls. Her spirit would be set free and it would move on. And he would just drive back to wherever they lived. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know how that's going to make sense because he's still wanted for his wife's murder. Oh. So I kind of like that it ended this way instead with, like, now she gets to keep going and she's going to be the legend. And now she has this family money too. Who knows what she's got planned up her sleeve next.
Mm-hmm. I think this was, like, meant to be the start of a franchise, but it did so poorly. And
really?
Yeah, no. Look up the reviews. People, no. Disappointed! Bad.
Really? Okay.
People did not like this, and I will say...
Now I'm questioning myself.
No, so I mean, like, obviously I picked this movie for a reason, right? Like, I enjoy it. I will say, I hadn't seen it in a long time. With each watch, there's more and more glaring issues to me, especially with just the plot doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of conveniences. Some of the performances are flat. Like our main character has the same level throughout.
Yes.
So things like that. I think where this movie really shines is the lore of Mary Shaw, the town itself. I think it's a really fun ghost story. Don't go in expecting a masterclass of horror. But
right. No. I think Jamie is kind of like a good blank slate. So then you can just focus on the story and like the lore of it all. And you're just experiencing it with him.
Yeah.
It's not like he doesn't have much nuance. I can't tell you anything about this man.
Oh, exactly. I mean, rightfully so that he's somber, right? His wife died.
Right.
And he's trying to figure this out. No one believes him. So like in that sense, I get it. But he's just not the most interesting of characters. But Mary Shaw, very interesting.
Yes.
I was curious about the rules. It's interesting to me that she could only really get you if you scream.
Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. And if you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream.
Is that just a fun choice? Like, what are we thinking here?
She heard the legend and she's like, well, now it's true. But she's sort of like the Maury of ghosts. Like, she's trying to get people's reaction. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, she needs the right reaction every time. So, in a sense, Jamie was just one person that she couldn't get to scream. So she's like, I'm going to have to break out all the big guns and expose my perfect doll to him to get him to scream. I've tried a million other things.
It's just interesting to think about. It's kind of it's a really cool concept, but kind of funny if you really think about it. Like she can't touch you unless you scream. I just have like my mouth wrapped in something,
right.
so if I try, sew my mouth shut. On the same topic, when she's around, everything goes quiet.
Yeah,
did you like that?
Sometimes I didn't. Like when like the detective and Jamie are walking around, like you can hear their footsteps, and I was like, so it's not dead silence anymore, is it?
It's selective dead silence when I feel like it. She's like, I can't do all the sounds. I have to be choosy.
Right. So yeah, sometimes I thought it was used really well. Like in the motel scene where it's him and Billy when he first gets back to Ravensfair. With the lights and like the silence and everything, but the light keeps flashing, but there's no sound. And you can kind of see Billy moving around the room and the flashes. That worked really well for me for suspense, honestly. Yeah. But some moments where she stopped sound, I was like, hey, not really.
Kind of a little bit. She's just trying to enhance the jump scare, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think we're meant to feel bad for Mary Shaw at any point in this movie? And the reason I ask this is the townspeople kill her when his descendant goes missing. Jamie's descendant is this heckler in the audience, and he goes missing, and the townspeople never find him, but they still kill Mary Shaw. Now, we find out that she actually did it. Do you think at any point we're supposed to have sympathy for Mary Shaw for being killed?
Especially if she hadn't killed the kid, maybe when that was up for a debate. But also, you kind of have to be prepared for critics as a performer, even if it is a child. So maybe not. Also,
okay. I never considered that we were ever meant to think of her as a sympathetic villain, but
it was implied that she had killed others. So,
was it? I don't remember that.
She said it takes so much time to build the perfect doll.
Gotcha.
Sometimes you need existing parts.
Oh, yeah.
And then she has the flashback to Jamie's descendant. But I took it as to mean like she needed other kids too, or somebody to make her dolls lifelike.
Who knows? I mean, that's like us getting a bad comment in YouTube and finding them and then making them into a doll. That'll teach you.
And then using them in the show.
Yeah. Next time you see us, there's going to be two like marionette people just talking.
They are always part of the show. We're never going to explain it.
Look at the comments, people. No.
I think sometimes when horror movies show backstories like this, you are most of the time trying to understand the villain side of it, get sympathy for them. In this case, I think it just more or less explains the legend, because why is she after this family?
Agreed. And also petty. His descendants didn't do anything to you. Like,
right.
Now you have to take out the whole family? Like, come on. Ma'am.
You could tell she really sat with that, though, because that she said the line back to Jamie when she kills him, "Who's the dummy now?" Which is what she said to the kid. When
he's like, I don't know. He didn't hear that.
What are you talking about?
Now, who's the dummy?
Like, obviously, Jamie saw the flashback, too.
But holy shit. And it wasn't even that big of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like that's with the art of and performance art of ventriloquism, people are going to point out that they can see you talking. I feel like that's part of your shtick, basically, to be as silent appearing as possible while your doll is talking. But I feel like a lot of people are watching to see if you're messing up. And also before the heir went, or the descendant went missing, the doctor, this is all from the mortician's perspective, because he went and saw her as a kid when the kid was taken right before. And he brings the doll up to the stage because she had hidden him under the seat. She had hidden Billy under the seat. And he looks terrified of her. Like there's already like a legend or something in place, you know, to be afraid of her.
Yeah.
So I think that implies that she was already not great.
Yeah. I mean, she's a pretty severe looking woman. Also, I mean, she lives in her theater. I mean, I'm sure. And it's like weirdly, and it's flooded in the movie. I don't know if it's like off of like on an island. It's really weird. You don't
it's
really
like
get
almost
a good
on like
sense.
its own little platform in a lake pond thing.
Yeah. I mean, there are bound. If you live in a town where this like older, kind of creepy looking lady lives off in her theater, and she never had kids, anything like that. All she has is like 100 dolls. Like, there's bound to just have stories made up about you. These gossipy whores are going to say anything about you. Okay. So
you need to get a thick skin, Mary.
And she did not. She did not have that. She'd be killing people even years later.
Right.
One of the last topics I want to bring up before our ratings is just Raven's fare overall, because I think out of everything in this movie, the atmosphere, spoiler, is really where this shines. Maybe it's a little bit heavy-handed with the blues and the dreariness, but this movie exists on vibes, in my opinion. What did you think about the town and just the overall atmosphere of this movie?
I did like how everything was muted. I started to appreciate it, especially when you see Jamie in the red car, because it really just like pops against that background. And even the theater, it just all of the reds are like right in your face, and it just become more stark and more colorful. It's kind of like the difference of like Dorothy and Wizard of Oz coming out from like the black and white into Oz, like just like that pop of color really sticks out to you.
Yeah. I feel like you could really just freeze on any frame in this movie and just appreciate what it looks like as like an art piece. Right. And it's so dramatic. Like when the funeral happens, they're all in like really dramatic gothic blackware. There's the graveyard. It looks like an Evanescence music video. Yes,
it does have that vibe.
I could see any of that happening. So again, it's a little much, to be honest. So if it's not your thing, I get that, but I think it really enhances the atmosphere here.
Yeah, I think combined with the story, like it could have been like really cheesy if the story wasn't good, but it just kind of goes hand in hand and helps, make both of those aspects stronger.
It helps with any kind of cheesiness in this movie. We didn't really talk about the detective character, but he has this knack. He's always shaving, you mentioned.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, like,
just
why?
A weird character trait. Honestly, it's just a weird quirk of his, and it's very out of place. Like, it doesn't make sense, and it's just those small little moments where you're like, okay, so that was not intended, first of all. This movie...
This was an acting choice?
So, this movie was written, and then studio interference came in. Script doctors came in and changed a whole bunch of stuff. Wanted them to... Like, this was, I think, one of the choices they had them make, which is partially why the creators did not like this movie. There was a lot of interference, but I think it skewed more towards this cheesier, campy vibe overall. And because of that, the way it's filmed, the color grading, all of that makes sense to me. So, because it's very unrealistic. Like, even Cleveland in winter doesn't look that blue.
Right.
So.
And there's no snow. It is not winter in this.
It's just dreary shit.
But yeah, with the shaving thing, that feels, especially with like them forcing them to make a choice, that feels kind of like an acting class. Like, you need to do something to make this character stand out, like come up with a quirk, and then they're like, shaving? Yeah. Good to go. We got to get this going. Like,
amazing.
Because he even talks about shaving to not Slappy, to Billy. And I was like, why? Why do people chill with this murder doll too? I don't get it.
With this piece of evidence that you just keep letting Jamie have. It's fine. So for our ratings, we will cover 4 aspects of the film and rate those 0 out of 3. We'll total those up to get our overall rating for the movie. So, Stephanie, what did you give Dead Silence?
I gave plot a 2. I gave suspense a 2. I gave atmosphere a 3. And I gave villain a 3. And extra point because I really liked it.
Oh my God, 11. That's high.
Yeah. I second guessed it a little bit, but I feel like the villain and like the atmosphere really, really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I really like that there's no survivors. Like, Mary Shaw's going to be able to keep it on.
Yeah.
And just like those atmospheric elements really do it. Plus those little moments of jump scare really did get me a couple of times. Like with the motel room, when they're up in Mary Shaw's theater and the dead boy's body moves.
Oh,
I hated that. Like, please don't make that thing talk.
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised by that, honestly, because I saw this in theaters, and the clown specifically, I remember, freaked me the fuck out. Like, I was like, dead body was unsettling. The dolls. Yeah. So I'm not surprised, actually, by this 11. I know a lot of people, like I said, don't find this movie scary or like it, but it was effective for me. So
yeah. How about you? What did you have for ratings?
Yeah, which leads to my ratings. I gave plot a 2 out of 3, suspense a 1 out of 3, atmosphere a 3 out of 3, and then villain a 2 out of 3. I did give it my extra special point for a total of 9. I will say I almost gave the villain a 3, but just some of the rules and how the ending kind of gets really muddied for me takes me out of it. Okay, and realistically, I'm like, just don't scream. Like, just don't do that, and you're fine.
I don't know. Like, when she decides it's you, she's gonna try everything, you know? So
it's not that simple, but it's just the rules. I'm like, that's a little silly. So
she's gonna catch you off guard eventually.
It's just an old lady.
Yeah.
She's like, boo. Boo. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like. And of course, be sure to subscribe to be notified when we post new episodes. And also, we haven't been mentioning it for a while, but if you are listening to the podcast version, we also appreciate you too. So, but we have a YouTube channel if you want to watch any visuals when you're listening.
Yes, please check out our YouTube channel if you can. There's fun clips. You can see the visuals that we're referring to if you would like at your leisure.
Yeah, if you want to. If you enjoy audio only, that's fine. But just thought I'd bring it up because we do try to incorporate a lot of clips into the episode.
Also, you can follow us on social media using 13 Degrees of Screams.
This has been 13 Degrees of Screams, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.